Marvel Studios' team of Eternals will use a brand new power in the MCU called the Unimined. And now the producer of the film explains exactly what it is, how it works, and why this changes everything about this team when you compare them to somebody like the Avengers, for example. So this piece of info came at us directly from the producer of the Eternals, who is Nate Moore. And he was asked if he could talk a little bit more about the Eternals as a team and what really sets them apart from the other very prominent teams in the MCU. The Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers were brought up. First up, he mentions, well, the Guardians. I mean, a dysfunctional family, so you have that. The Avengers, they're a team brought together by circumstances, and again, they don't have a unique power set that's like one another, so they can somehow connect the pieces together, which brings him to the Eternals, where he does confirm that the Unimind is a big factor for these characters. And then he explains exactly what it is, specifically saying that when all the characters here focus on making the Unimind power possible, they amplify the powers of a single Eternal when they're in proximity to one another and focusing on it. So one Eternal gets even more powerful besides just his base powers or her base powers, and they can amplify their select power to an insane degree that not a single one can do by themselves. So let's use Icarus, for example. He's the easiest. He can fly, and he's really strong. He can shoot beams out of his eyes. Well, if the Unimind comes together and they all focus their powers together and they all really connect at this level, they can amplify his powers. So his punches get stronger, his flight gets faster, his beams get deadlier and can burn more and become more devastating. So that's an example of how the Unimind will work. And he did specifically say that they looked at Jack Kirby's run in 1976 and looked at how that worked and then found a way to translate it for the MCU in a way that makes sense and is visually easy to explain to the audience. And he did also reveal that it does not in fact require all the Eternals together. So if you have 3, you can amplify the power of 1. If you have all of them, you can amplify the power of 1 also, but it's more powerful because obviously there's more people connected to the Unimind. So that's pretty cool. I really do hope that we see all of them contribute. I mean, you'd think they would probably have to when they fight a Celestial, which can only mean that that will be an insane battle sequence. But hey, let's talk about that when we see the film, and hopefully they use it at full power, because one could only imagine how insane the action sequence would be if we see Icarus go toe-to-toe with a Celestial at full power.